Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today for the 6th episode of the 4th season of Game of Thrones. And so far, this season has been so incredibly good. I mean, from episode to episode, back to back, it has been jam-packed. It's been such great entertainment. And the last episode was another testament to that. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving pieces. First of all, we've got Littlefinger, who his storyline to me has been the murkiest of all of them. If I had to describe Littlefinger in one word, it would be murky. Yeah, definitely. And then we have Bran, who to me, his storyline is one of the most intriguing things happening. There's a lot of other moving parts, and I can't wait to see how all that is going to turn out. If you guys want to help me out before we get started by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notification bell so we never miss out on watching some really good shows together. And if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is going to be down in the description. For now, let's dive right into episode 6, which is titled The Laws of Gods and Men.
I was waiting for Salador's son. Together we were going to run 3 shiploads of the finest.
Welcome to the Iron Bank.
It's the Iron Bank. We've heard a lot about them. We've never seen them. Does this building actually exist, the building they're filming in? It's beautiful and intricate. I just want to know if it's real.
What can we do for you, Lord Stannis?
King of the Andals and the First Men.
Respect his name.
He shares no blood with me. Bastard. Born of incest.
We have heard this story.
It's not a story.
It's true.
The king's grandfather tells a different story. He usurped the throne from the rightful king, cost the 7 kingdoms dearly, and gold.
Gold you loaned him, more than any man living.
Across the narrow sea, your books are filled with words like, and blood right.
Blood right. What is usurper?
We prefer the stories they tell, more plain, open to interpretation.
Numbers don't lie is what he's saying.
And how many ships do you have? The ones still afloat, Sir Davos, not at the bottom of Blackwater Bay.
Dang.
And how much wheat do you produce on Dragonstone? 4,000 men on your 32 ship.
He's saying let's get
None.
real.
You can see why these numbers seem unlikely to add up to a happy ending. From our perspective, respectfully decline your request. But we thank you for paying us the honor of your visit.
My lord.
I'm not a lord. You would not be either here. Thieves are not rewarded with titles.
Well, strictly speaking, I didn't do the thieving. That were pirates. I just moved what they stole from one place to another. He's an honest man, and he's your best chance to get back the money you've sunk into Westeros.
I've never seen his hand.
Wars are expensive. As long as Stannis lives, the war is not over.
Sir Davos.
Now, humour me. How old is Tyrion Lannister? 7, and when he dies, who's in command? A half-grown boy.
Yeah.
The product of incest.
Dang.
A queen whose people despise her. Known for killing the king he was sworn to protect. When Tywin's gone, who do you back?
That is a problem for another time.
There's only one reliable leader left in Westeros.
This man.
He's in his prime. Tried and tested battle commander, paying people back. He does it.
Because my hand's proof.
The lookout sees a pirate ship.
Wow, he really just went in there and spoke up at the same time, taking like a huge jump all over the Lannisters. But I loved it. He went in on all of them.
A few days later, the lookout screams, 2 pirate ships. But the courageous captain hollers, "Bring me my red shirt." Why do you call for your red shirt? The captain replies,
And he also said I wasn't a thief. I was just a smuggler, so don't put that on me.
the lookout screams, 10 pirate ships. We are surrounded. They all look to their brave captain. The captain bellows, "Bring me."
He must have told the story a lot.
Do you think they ever met a pirate who didn't tell them that joke?
Oh, it's a joke. I didn't catch it.
You won't be alone. You won't be poor.
Money
There's a
talks for
chest of the
him.
good
We know
stuff
that.
left back in your house. I gave it to your wife.
You're not my friend, my friend.
You're not my friend. Oh.
I'll see you at sunrise.
Moon to order all Ironborn.
Oh, I forgot Sis was on her way.
Shit-stained rocks you call home. On the
What are
first
they
night
calling
of the
Theon?
full moon,
Reek?
I will hunt Ironborn found at Winterfell. You'll find a special gift, Theon's favorite toy. Cried when I took it away from him.
Oh.
Leave the north now, or more boxes will follow. Signed, Ramsay Snow, Lord of the Dreadfort and Warden of the North. And they mutilated my brother, your prince.
They did mutilate him.
They've also done to you. The word Ironborn means
Wow,
nothing.
Sis is really coming in. Like, she's showing up for him. Okay, but like, Ramsay's nuts. He deserves to die. Like, I don't like Theon at all, but Ramsay's wicked. Like, I just don't enjoy the scenes with him in it. Yeah, no. Ramsay is the epitome of a crazy SOB.
Greyjoy, take me to the dungeons.
It's not in the dungeons.
I'm so surprised Theon's still alive.
Lost Kate in the right.
Thank you.
Ah! She still slit his throat. Of course she did. Y'all, I still think one of the most cruel things is when they let Theon think he was getting away and ran off and brought him back. That was so messed up. I can't believe this. He's so beat down. He's not ever going to be the same person.
Tell him. Tell him you couldn't trick me. I'm not. Reek, here, Reek. My name.
Oh, he's so beat down. Oh, he's saying, no, I'm Reek. That is so beat. Oh my gosh, they drove him mad. Oh, there he is. Psycho killer. Ah! He just went in there, no armor. The dude's giggling. Like, respect Ramses, but you're nuts. I was gonna kill him yet. Come on, Theon. And he ran back. He bit her like a dog and ran back to the cage. Yes, sis. What is her name? I'm so sorry.
Give me my brother.
You've got bigger balls than he ever did.
That's the truth.
But with those big balls, how fast can you run?
What did he just do? Oh, he's in that big dog.
Your brother.
Yeah, because I tried to save you and you bit my hand.
I have a treat for you.
I can't believe that. She came to save you.
Reward.
Yes, Reek. Those creatures who came in the night, they wanted to take you away. And you didn't let them. You remained loyal.
I didn't want them to take me. I was so scared. I didn't want them.
Leon, this is sad to watch. Yikes. Like, I hated him, but yikes.
It's a bath for you.
And I hate Ramsay's demeanor.
Remove those
I think
rags.
it's just so crazy.
Now,
Oh, I don't know what he's gonna do to him.
the breeches too, Reek. Take them off.
When do we kill Ramsay, though? Ramsay. Oh my gosh, she is horrified.
Do you love me, Reek?
Yes, of course, my lord.
Because I need you to do something for me. There's a castle, you see. Some bad men hold this castle. I need your help to take this castle back.
But how can it
I need you to play a role, to pretend to be someone you're not.
tend to be who?
Theon Greyjoy.
What? What's the plan? And what a mind tripper. He's like, be somebody you're not. Which is literally the person he was before he came. Like, Reek is his absolute identity. And he talked about taking back a castle. Is he talking about... What is he talking about? Lexi charboiled that thing and swooped it up. It was really cool to see, though. Great graphics. She's got a lot of names.
He says he prayed for your victory against the slave masters.
I thank him for his prayers.
They came this morning for his flock.
That's a big loss for him.
He hopes he has not offended your grace, but now he has nothing.
Sorry for his hardship. Bring back his goats. But I will see he is paid there 3 times over.
3 times over, that's... That's great.
Send the next one in.
I'm still rocking with Arkalisi. Some of you guys said you didn't like that she put the masters up on the stakes. That's what they did to the kids. I'm rolling with her still.
Tales of your beauty were not exaggerated. Mine is one of the oldest and proudest families in Meereen. My father oversaw the restoration and maintenance of its greatest landmark.
For that, he has my gratitude. I should...
You have your grace. You crucified him.
Oh, we just talked about this. I'm about to eat my words.
See a member of your family treated so cruelly.
Innocent children.
Out against crucifying those children.
Oh, okay.
Act, but was overruled to answer one crime with another.
Dang it. He's right. He's right.
Of the masters was no crime. Wise to remember that.
What's done is done. Who does not wish to see its traditions eradicated? The tradition of funeral rite, burial in the Temple of the Graces, and 162 noble Meereenese are still nailed to those posts.
Oh.
Carrion for vultures, rotting in the sun.
Okay.
These men taken down so that they might receive proper burials.
And what of the slave children these noble Meereenese crucified? Would you have begged me for their right to a proper burial?
Speak to you as a son who loved his father. Let me take his body down.
Gosh.
Dignity so that he might find peace in the next world.
Bury your father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my queen.
He called her queen. Okay, I just talked about what she did to the masters. But there is always a moment where you can reflect and hearing his story.
212 supplicants waiting, your grace.
Send the next one in.
Hearing his story and like the human side of his father wasn't even for that. But since he was a part of that group, he was crucified, even though he spoke out against it. It made me eat my words. So no, they did not all deserve that.
Ships. Lord Tywin and I already determined that
I like Prince Oberyn. I do.
to have been granted a seat on this council.
Affairs of state. So shall we begin?
Oh, the trial, no.
My birds tell me the hound slaughtered 5 of our soldiers. I believe the phrase king was uttered.
He said that.
Enough to try his luck with the hound. Make it 100.
More whispers from the east, my lord. Daenerys has taken up residence in Meereen and rules as its queen. My queen, some 8,000 strong.
She's a threat.
She has 2 knights advising her, and she has 3 dragons, larger every year.
She really came from nothing from where we met her.
Be fully devoted to her. As for Sir Barristan,
And really has a great team around her now.
and a powerful army at her back, your grace.
Varys is right. I have been to Essos, and they are very impressive on the battlefield, less so in the bedroom.
Oberyn would know.
She must be dealt with. Eventually, if it comes to that, find their way into Meereen.
Most certainly, my lord.
He's always got little birds everywhere.
A good man. Fetch my quill and paper.
Sir Oberyn?
Lord Varys.
Obligation to call me lord.
And yet everyone does.
Sully, did you spend much time in Essos? May I ask why?
'Tis a big and beautiful world. Live and die in the same corner where we were born, and I don't want to be most.
Most of us aren't princes.
Are from Essos.
My accent entirely.
I have an ear for that as well. How did you get here? One you don't like telling people.
People I trust.
Interesting. You should come to the brothel and meet her. We have some lovely boys on retainer.
But you did like boys before.
I already says that to him.
Girls, hope you won't be offended when I say I never would have guessed.
But I was never interested in girls either.
Everybody is interested in some.
That's outlandish to Prince Oberyn.
I am very glad to have no part in it.
So he just doesn't. There's a word for that.
Leaves one free to pursue other things.
What was that little line about? The absence of desire leaves him room to pursue other things, and then he looks at the throne, but surely not. Oh, Jaime. That's what I feel like when I see him. Like, oh, Jaime, am I going to like you this scene or not? You can do something crazy next to a dead body, or you're going to be honorable with Brienne.
I've been pardoned.
Oh.
Really? Father's orders. We mustn't disappoint Father.
Jaime's the only one in the family who even shows a inkling of care for Tyrion. Even a tiny little bit. I'm telling you right now, if they mess with this character right here, and cut the show. Oh, that's why they had the stands and everything set up in there. I didn't realize.
Tommen of the House Baratheon, King of the Andals and the First Men, do hereby recuse myself from this trial. Tywin of the House Lannister will sit as judge in my stead. With him Prince Oberyn and Lord Mace of the House Tyrell. And if found guilty, may the gods punish the accused.
Tywin probably loves that this kid is so young and he gets to basically be in charge of so much for so long. He probably ain't missing Joffrey at all. I don't think many people are.
Tyrion of the House Lannister, stand accused by the Queen Regent of regicide. Did you kill King Joffrey?
No.
Did your wife, the Lady Sansa?
Not that I know of.
How would you say he died then?
Choked on his pigeon pie.
Choked on his pigeon pie.
Blame the bakers.
Or the pigeons, just leave me out of it.
Once we'd got King Joffrey safely away from the mob, he slapped the king across the face. It wasn't the first time the imp threatened Joffrey. Right here, in this throne room. He called our king a halfwit. King had suggested he'd meet the same fate.
He did.
When I spoke in the king's defense, he threatened to have me killed.
Oh, why don't you tell them what Joffrey was doing? Fired a loaded crossbow at Sansa Stark while you tore at her clothes and beat her.
Silence!
Tell him what really happened. I really love his attitude for this trial. Stop just telling him one side of the story. Jeez, tell him how Joffrey. You know how annoyed he probably is sitting there listening to this.
Rose blood, essence of nightshade, tears of lease, demon's dance.
I have a lot of poison in your store.
Had. My stores were plundered by the accused, Tyrion Lannister.
You examined King Joffrey's corpse. Question poison that killed him.
Without question, on the body of the king's fool, spiriting Sansa Stark
The necklace.
away from the feast. She wore this necklace.
I don't remember how they got their hands on the white necklace.
Residue of the most terrible poison.
Was this one of the poisons stolen from your store?
The Strangler.
The Strangler.
Who in the Seven Kingdoms possess. Child the gods ever put on this good earth.
Oh, is that really what we're going to call Joffrey? The most noble child to be ever put on this earth.
I will hurt you for this. You are safe and happy. And to ashes in your mouth. Debt is paid.
Dang, he
Your
said
own
that.
brother said this to you.
But what'd you say to him?
His plans to put Joffrey on the front lines. As it turned out, when the attack came, Joff insisted, believed his presence would inspire the troops.
And you will know the debt is paid.
I discovered he'd been keeping whores in the Tower of the Hand, to the brothel where such behavior belonged. He wasn't pleased.
Ugh.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Can somebody speak up in favor for him? Anybody?
Do you remember the precise nature of this threat?
He said, perhaps you should speak more softly to me then. And just now, kings are dying like flies.
Dang, he said all this.
After we received word of Robb Stark's death, Sansa Stark had made him more sympathetic to the Northern cause.
Wow, I didn't expect you to completely throw him under the bus, but you will throw anybody under. Like, you roll with the waves, you know?
Ask the witness one question.
One.
That without me, the city would have faced certain defeat.
Yep, and that's true.
The histories would never mention, but you would not forget.
Mm-hmm. Said that.
Have you forgotten, Lord Varys?
Sadly, my lord, I never forget a thing.
I was hoping you were going to get somewhere with the question. Something that benefited us.
We will adjourn for now. Toll the bells in an hour's time.
Jaime's looking super conflicted, and I'm hoping he does something, anything. But Cersei is Cersei. I want to say Circe, like the Greek pronunciation.
Trial is not over.
Cersei has manipulated everything, and you know it.
She
I know nothing
has.
of the sort. He killed his king.
As did I. Do you know the last order the Mad King gave me? I saved your life so you could murder my brother.
Thank you. He just doesn't give a dang about him.
He'll be
So
executed.
he'll be punished accordingly.
Family is what lives on. What happens to your dynasty when Tyrion dies? I'm a king's guard. What happens to your name? Who carries the lion banner into future battles?
Oh,
Your nephews?
I didn't realize Jaime wasn't supposed to carry the name on.
Spare the life of my grandson's killer.
Through me. I'll leave the king's guard. I'll take my place as your son and heir if you let Tyrion live.
Wow.
Done.
He said I'll be the heir. That was easy.
When the testament is concluded and the guilty verdict rendered, Tyrion will be given the chance to... I'll allow him to join the Night's Watch.
You're gonna send him to the Night's Watch?
In 3 days' time, he'll depart for Castle Black and live out his days at the wall. You'll remove your white cloak immediately, King's Landing, to assume your rightful
not
place
giving
at
him what he
Casterly
really
Rock. And father children named Lannister. Turn your back on your family again.
You have my word.
And you have
Take
mine.
it. Daddy couldn't wait to get that, though. He's been wanting Jaime out of the guard. He got it, but Tyrion's gonna go to the Night's Watch. Honey, the Night's Watch there's so much going on there.
Ned Stark was promised the same thing, and we both know how that turned out.
Uh-oh, she keeps that they're talking.
How do you know?
Do you trust me? Keep your mouth shut. No more outbursts.
He hasn't had any outburst. No, go off. I want him to. This is unfair. Wait, nothing's fair in Game of Thrones.
Crown may call its next witness.
Why is Shay here? Oh, I'm so sad. That means they found her. Oh, Shay.
State your name. Testimony will be true and honest.
I swear it.
Do you know this man?
Yes. Tyrion Lannister. I was handmaiden to his wife.
This man stands accused of murdering King Joffrey. What do you know of this?
I know that he's guilty.
They're
He and
doing something to
Sansa
make her
planned
say
together.
this. Yeah, this is horrid. This is Cersei's doing.
Wanted revenge for her father, her mother, her brother. She blamed their deaths on the king.
Here it is. There's the nail in the coffin.
He hated Joffrey. He hated the queen. He hated you, my lord. He stole
Jeez.
poison from the Grand Mesa's chamber to put in Joffrey's wine.
How could you possibly know all this? Plans to his wife's maid.
I wasn't just her maid.
Yep. Here we go. It's getting worse. Getting worse.
I was his whore.
Beg your pardon?
His whore.
That's what she said. You heard it.
How did you come to be in his service?
I was with another man, a knight in your lordship's army. He sent one of his cutthroats into our tent.
Wow. They gave her a whole story.
I want you to... It's my last night in this world.
I think he did say that.
Silence.
And did you?
Did I what?
It was his last night in this world.
I did everything he wanted, told me to do to him. I kissed him where he wanted, put himself where he wanted for hours so he could use me when he was bored. He ordered me to call him my lion, so I did.
Oh my gosh, this is getting worse.
I am yours and you are mine.
I loved that moment.
Shay, please don't.
I am a whore, remember? That was before he married Sansa. All he wanted was her, but she wouldn't let him in her bed. Promised to kill King Joffrey for her.
Stop. This is so orchestrated. So bad. So bad.
I wish to confess. I wish to confess.
Oh.
You wish to confess?
No.
I saved you. I saved this city. All your worthless life.
He did.
Let Stannis kill you all.
Do you wish to confess?
Yes, I'm guilty.
You admit you poisoned the king?
No, far more monstrous crime.
What?
I'm guilty of being a dwarf.
You're not on trial for being a dwarf.
Oh, I've been on trial for that my entire life.
He has.
In your defense?
Nothing but this. I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had. Watching your vicious bastard die gave me more relief than 1,000 lying whores.
Yep.
I was the monster you think I am. I had enough poison for the whole pack of...
Oh! Jeez.
You all swallow it.
The Meereen!
Give my life for Joffrey's murder, so I will let the gods decide my fate. I demand a trial by combat.
What? What? Wow. Oh. Boom. Can we give the Meereen his flowers for that last minute, that performance? That was the acting right there, because I was like, every little word, I was like, what's next? Call him this. What'd you say about Joffrey? Every word, I was like hanging onto it, because first of all, we've talked about that fact that man is a phenomenal actor. Phenomenal. There's been some of the most intense scenes that we have seen as far as acting wise and absolutely selling it has been him. But that one right there might go down as another one of my favorite scenes, or even favorite endings to one of the episodes, or just favorite delivery of lines and selling that emotion and feeling like you felt the hatred and the pain and the anger that he felt for, years. He said, I've been on trial for years for being a dwarf. You felt how unaccepted he felt for years, in that moment, years worth of pain, not being accepted. Literally, his heart was broken, and you saw it. You saw his heart. He was acting, and you saw his heart was broken after Shay. After watching all these people just set him up and manipulate the situation, and that was the last minute of the show. And I like, that's what I'm sitting here talking about most, because often the last minute of this show it's jaw-dropping and it's great, and you just sit there and you're like, that's good TV. You're like, that's a fantastic writing and acting and everything. But that moment right there was just really special. Now, can we talk about the fact that he asked for a trial by combat? In this situation, can somebody fight for him like we did with Crazy Auntie? Littlefinger's woman, his old gal. Can he have Jaime fight for him? I'm really nervous. I love him as a character. I love his character, but the actor behind the character adds on to that feeling of adoration that I have. Now, we didn't get much of any of the other storylines. What's going on with Daenerys, and kind of rethinking what she did with the Masters, because like I did read the comments where it was like, oh yeah, that's okay, like, oh yeah, that's justice, and I was like, yeah, still because of what they did to the children. But then knowing that was not all of the Masters, they were not all of them were okay with it, and you can't. That's the thing. One bad apple, you can't. It spoils the bunch. That's the saying. So I guess that was the assumption with the Masters. If they were all for it. But when he said, like, he even tried to get it thrown out, tried to get this to be something that they can't do anymore, definitely put into perspective of that entire situation. But the dragons are getting a little out of hand, aren't they? Dragons are getting a little bit out of hand. yeah, I'm ready to check in with the other storylines, of course, with the Night's Watch and John, who apparently I keep calling Rob. Sorry, I loved Rob. I'm ready to check in with the Hound and Arya, which they briefly mentioned the Hound and what it would take to get somebody to go after him because of the 5 men he killed. 5 of their men that he killed, and, you know, the beautiful little message he sent to the king in that moment. But I'm ready to dive into the next episode. It's so good. So very good. I'm so glad you guys are here with me and like having these fan moments with me, because it's such a fantastic series, and I'm so glad you guys are here. Before we leave, if you want to help me out by liking my videos, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notification bell so we never miss out on watching some good shows together. And if you want the full-length watch along, the link for Patreon is down in the description. For now, let's all go out in this big, beautiful world. Let's all spread some light. Let's all spread some love. And if we can, you guys, let's make somebody smile. Bye.